Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Catoosa High School Basketball. Johnny Casillas along with Jimmy Keeter. We're in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, at the Fort Gibson Tigers hosting the Catoosa Indians. Glad you could join us here on the Catoosa Sports Network. Jimmy, this is going to be an exciting ball game. This is the second meeting of these two, and it was a tight ball game, only a 2-point game the first time these two teams met.
Yeah, this will be a great ball game, Johnny. This Fort Gibson are really good as well. Every time we talk about them, we talk about how good they bring it every year. But we've got a really good Indian squad as well. Both teams have real similar records. And you're right, it was a 2-point game last time, but, man, that was a game that we fought hard. We were in control of that game for the entire game. But it gets right back to what we've talked about several times about that last 2 or 3 minutes, getting over the hump. We weren't able to do so there, but I think we're playing a little bit better ball right now.
Yeah, we got, and it's going to be a good lineup out there for Coach John Coons, Gavin Phillips, Jay Coons, Stryker Daniel, Jackson Hall getting the nod tonight, along with Caleb Nebelink. That's a pretty strong lineup. I don't care what you say. You're noticeably absent from the lineup is Kobe Reamer, and we may or may not talk about that later, but that's a strong lineup right there for Coach Coons.
Yeah, it is, and you know, we had an easy win at Miami earlier this week, and then we go back to last week. We had a really good win against a pretty good club from Locust Grove. Locust Grove had just got through beating Fort Gibson, and we know we just took it to Locust Grove. You know, it was like a 30-something point win. So I think we're playing a little bit better ball right now. And we talk about all the time, Coach Coons wants to try to have you picking at about the time that it gets time for playoffs.
Yeah.
We're just about there.
Yeah. Let's talk real briefly about the game at Miami. Sometimes that can work against you, going in a big blowout like that. You know, if you bring that into a game like this, I don't know what kind of effect it'll have on these kids.
Well, I don't think much. I mean, we all know this Fort Gibson bunch is extremely good. They are every year. We've already seen them once. We know who they've played, who they've stacked up well against, who they've beat. Our boys know that they have to bring their A game here tonight if we're going to get out here with a win.
Jay Coons in the circle for the Catoosa Indians, and Fort Gibson comes away with the tip-off. The guy that you really want to keep your eye on is this guy right here, number 24, Connor Calaban.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time. The offense definitely goes through Connor, and you hit the nail on the head there. You want to keep your eye on him and just pressure him all the time. Face guard him if you can. Do everything you can to deny him the ball and stay in his hip pocket full time.
Jackson Blunt with the ball. Nebelink is going to be called for the foul. Kind of incidental, I think it was an incidental contact, but it's still blatant enough that they got the whistle. Number 3 is Jackson Blunt. He'll be the one calling a lot of the signals. Takes it over to the hoop, throws it up, no good. Gavin Phillips down with the rebound. Jay Coons for 2, got it. Nice soft touch for Jay Coons. That's the start that Jay needs to be, that we look for in Jay. Get that start right there.
It's a key to the game whenever Jay gets a little bit of confidence early because then he's looking for a shot.
Calaban shot, no good. Blunt. Nebelink working on Blunt. Top of the key, no good. Stryker Daniel fights for it.
One thing I've liked so far, Johnny, Stryker Daniel. He is on Calavan. I mean, big time.
Yeah. Calaban is a shot by Nebelink, no good. Calaban's a tall guy, not a lot of meat on the bone from where we're at. when you compare that to striker Daniel's got the upper hand.
Yes, he does. Striker definitely gives up some height there, but physicality-wise, yeah, he's probably a little bit better.
Look. Tries to feed it into Franklin. Shot. Gavin Phillips again with the rebound. Gavin getting up pretty high here early.
Yes, he is. Might also add, Johnny, that Calavan did sign to play college basketball just yesterday. He's going to play for UCO over at Edmond.
Oh, that's great. Out of bounds on the Catoosa Indians. Early in the first game, Indians with a little 2-point lead here. Blunt to Calavan. Back to Blunt. No good. Jackson Hall fights for the ball. John Coons quickly calls a timeout. The Indians going to maintain possession. We'll be back. You're watching the Catoosa Sports Network.
Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology's flight program is designed to get you flying in your first week. You can spend less time in lectures and more time practicing what you've learned, so you could be certified in only 12 months. Also, our degree graduates are able to go for their ATP certification with reduced flight hours. Train for a career as a cargo, corporate, or airline pilot. For more information on starting an exciting new career, go to spartan.edu.
Well, both teams are just kind of feeling each other's out here to see what they need to do and how they're going to do this. You can tell that because there's not, Fort Gibson yet to score and the Indians only have 2, so it's kind of a wait and see. Feel one team out and see what's going to happen.
Yeah, more than 3 minutes into the game, 2 points put up, but that's a little bit of a testament of the style of play of both teams. Both of them pressure the ball big time, and nobody's gotten real good looks at an open shot just yet, and that makes them harder to make, obviously.
Jay Coons on the outside. Feeds over to Nebelink. Nebelink back over to Gavin Phillips. Nebelink loses the handle, kind of tipped out of his hand. Blunt brings it down. Number 11 is Caden Dennis. Tommy French for 2, excuse me. Nebelink, 3, got it. Indians up 5-2 here, 4 minutes left here. Blunt shot no good. Gavin puts it up, no good, no foul called. Here comes Blunt. Feeds to Calavan. Calavan tried to drive the baseline.
Gavin Phillips got back so quick, man, and I mean he just came in there low, stripped the ball, no foul, and Calavan was doing all he could to get to the rim. There he did it again.
By Gavin. He couldn't hold on.
Always talk about the quickness, and I mean
that was quick.
It's on full show demonstration tonight because that's 2 really good plays there by Gavin.
Yeah. Blunt on the outside looking for some help. Gets it from Dennis. Nebelink on Blunt. He gets to his left at the top. Dennis with the ball. Shot by Franklin is no good. Gavin Phillips. Pull up. Oh, turn around, flip. A nice feed underneath to Nebelink. What a great play by Gavin Phillips and Nebelink.
Yeah, both of them did a really good job there, but kudos to Gavin. And worked really hard to get in a position to get that ball dished off to him, and Caleb able to make a great shot once he got it.
Rowan and Jaden Graves check in for Fort Gibson. This is Rowan. Blunt for three, and he's got it.
Yeah, Caleb was unable to get off a screen there. Gave Blunt just a little bit of an opening. Did all he could to get off of it, but unable to get there, and Blunt makes us pay.
2-point lead by the Catoosa Indians. Crowd was wanting a foul on Jay Coons. He didn't get it. Jay tried to get it, almost got caught for a foul. I don't know why he wasn't. Evidently he didn't get any of it because the ball was still got the shot off.
Yeah, the shot got all the way to the rim and almost went in.
Yeah. Jackson Hall at the top of the key, looking for Jay Coons, loses the handle. Fort Gibson.
Going to get Jackson for the foul there, fighting for the loose ball, but
well, he tried a little bit too hard. I mean, he tried to make up for the loss of the
you're right.
Loss of the possession. And
he knew the turnover was on him, and he wanted everything he could to get the ball back quickly and committed the foul.
Maybe a little bit. But
yep.
Ebelink on the defense. Blunt with the 2 points, and he's got it.
Yeah, Blunt hit Johnny as well. The first game at the Activity Center there in Catoosa, Blunt and Calavan. That's the two that the offense definitely runs through. They're the two that make things happen.
We're tied at 7. Gavin Phillips shot no good. Rowan comes away with it. This is Blunt at the top. Drives. Puts it up. No good.
And that's going to be a foul. Now they don't call it.
That's a jump ball.
They called it a jump ball, but that should have been a foul for being over the back.
John Coons thought so too. He was, I think he wanted to argue a little bit more than he actually did.
Well, that should have been should have been a foul on French because he was definitely over the back. Calavan had it stripped away there by Jackson on the baseline. He was doing all he could to get to the rim again, but pretty good defensive play there by Jackson. They are going to charge him with the foul, though. That'll be his second personal. It's third team foul.
Yep. Blunt on the outside, and he's got 3 more. Well, Calavan hasn't had much of an impact so far, but Blunt is making up the difference.
He definitely is, and Calavan's had Striker Daniel on him, and Striker's done a very, very good job. Braden Lee on the floor for the Indians.
Indians going to settle for one shot here with 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gavin to his left. Jay at the top. Gavin again with 6 seconds left. Tries to feed into Nebelink, and he loses it. He's going to get the last shot here. Almost got it, went in. Into the first quarter. Fort Gibson leads at 10-7. We'll be right back.
At RCB Bank, you are not just a number. You are our neighbor, friend, coworker, PTA partner, business owner down the street, and so much more. We value our relationship with you. We are here to serve you at any of our locations or online at rcbbank.com. With over 50 locations across Oklahoma and Kansas, we're everywhere you need us to be. RCB Bank is your hometown community bank, interested in your financial well-being. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Well, the Indians are stacking up pretty good here. Even though there's a 3-point deficit here, they're staying right with Fort Gibson so far.
Yeah, we expect it to be a really good game, hotly contested game, just like the first one, and it's definitely been just that. But You know, I like the way that we've kind of controlled Calavan. Blunt has hurt us a little bit, and they got loose once on the outside shot that had wide open because Niblick unable to get off the screen in time. But other than that, just pretty good job by both teams. Just like it was at the activity center, both teams bring a high level of play to the court.
Yep. Out of bounds on Fort Gibson. Gavin Phillips at the top feeds to Jay Coons. Gavin Phillips with a wide open shot to the lane, in the lane. Seth Rowan gets that three-point shot for the Tigers.
Yep, just unable to get out there quick enough. Jay was a little slow getting out there to try and get a hand up, and once again left him with the wide open look. The 2 times that they've had an open look, they've knocked them down. But generally speaking, Indians done a good job defensively so far.
Gavin has a eye contact problem. He's going to step out for a minute. He goes back in. Jackson Hall comes in. Nebelink at the top. Count it. Nice touch by Caleb Nebelink. Pulls the Indians to within 1. Jay Coons steps in and creates that turnover. Nebelink again with the blue shoes. Jay Coons shot barely off the mark. Blunt feeds to Rowan. Blunt at the top. This is Calavan. Nice move on Stryker, but Stryker recovered quickly. Blunt out to Calavan. Stryker Daniels, man. Stryker gets screened a little bit, but he recovers nicely. Shot no good.
We talk a lot about Gavin's quickness. That Calavan, he's extremely quick as well.
Knocked out of his hand, and Tigers get the turnover. Tommy French for 2. 15-12. Tigers lead it here. Jackson Hall brings it up, stops the tee at the top. Stryker tries to feed into Braden Lee. Stryker Daniel gets the steal.
Yep, came right back and
there's the quickness you were talking about.
Yep, came right back and got one going. Knew he made a bad pass, knew that turnover was on him, got down the floor quickly and able to get the ball right back for the Indians.
Jackson Hall. Jay Coons to his left. Feeds it out to Lee, and Lee travels. Gavin Phillips checks back in. Jackson Hall will get a break.
Yeah, Braden just didn't really, little indecisiveness on whether he wanted to just pull up and shoot the little short jumper or whether he wanted to put it on the floor and make a move, and got him for traveling. But
Calavan with the turnaround jumper, no good.
We need all the good minutes out of Braden that we can get here.
Gavin feeds to Jay Coons, back to Gavin Phillips. Out of bounds on the Tigers.
Shows you the quickness they have there, Johnny. Just a little pass that, against most teams you can make. Tigers right there to break up that bounce pass and almost turned it over.
Nebelink for 3, no good. Gavin gets the rebound. Stryker Daniel, he inbounds to Stryker Daniels, and Daniel puts it up for 2. Gavin always has a presence of that basketball court, no matter where he's at. He is fully aware of where he's at and what he's doing.
Knows where he's at, and oftentimes knows where the person he needs to get the ball to is at as well.
Almost like he's got eyes in the back of his head.
Sometimes it appears.
Shot by Graves is no good. Gavin drives. He is fouled. Foul occurred on the floor. It's going to be on Jackson Blunt.
12 minutes into this game, and that is the first Fort Gibson Tiger foul called.
Yeah. 15-14, Tigers lead it. Turnover by the Indians. This is Caliban drives, and Braden Lee is going to get the be called for the foul.
It's a great foul. Caliban would have made that, make him go to the line and make him from the free throw line.
Caliban's a 6'3" senior. Like I say, he's going to go to Edmond to play take his basketball game to the next level.
Yep, National Signing Day for all high school sports was yesterday, but due to the schools being closed, a lot of the ceremonies unable to take place.
Yeah.
But the signing went ahead as scheduled.
Yeah. Gavin Phillips for the three-pointer, no good. Blunt brings it down, feeds into Caliban. Nice move by Caliban. Nice move.
Yeah, it was. Got behind striker there. We got a backdoor cut. They got the ball to him, and he made it look pretty easy once he got it in low post.
Jay feeds into Lee. Lee feeds to Gavin Phillips. Gavin puts it up, no good. Turnaround jumper, no good. Lee got his hand in there.
He got it. He did it. Braden Lee blocked that shot. No foul.
Good defensive play by Braden Lee. Jay Coons looking inside. Nebelink wants that three-point shot. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession will go to the Tigers.
These two teams, Johnny, are very similar in their aggressive style of play defensively, especially in the paint. They're going to get the hands on the ball, and a lot of times there's no foul called.
Yeah, Blunt from downtown gets the three-point shot. Nobody on him, and he'll take it every time.
Yep.
22-14, Tigers lead it. We'll be right back.
I guess you can say influence comes in all shapes and sizes. It can push you around and make you feel stupid. It can pressure you to do things you're not really into, and to try to fit in no matter what. It's when you start to recognize the influences around you that you can stand up and just be yourself. My name's Gina, and this is what Above the Influence means to me.
Well, for those of you who don't know John Coons very well, I mean, you know him as a good coach, but we see him at practice from time to time, and he gets very animated, gets very vocal. You don't see that much in the ball game.
Yeah.
But during that break, I mean, he was livid.
Yeah,
he's say it.
Well, he don't you know, with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half, down to 8. He's trying to get a little bit of attention going on here.
Yeah, he tried to build a fire on them, and he had me going.
Oh, yeah, I know. You got a kick out of it.
Gavin Phillips comes away with the basketball. The Indians need to start the scoring here, not let this thing get too far.
Well, he's tired of people not being strong with the ball. About 3 times in a row, we've tried to dribble, penetrate, get to the rim. We've had the ball stripped or tied. He wants them to take better care of that ball and put it, you know, we can do a better job than that even against a good defensive team.
Foul's on number 20, Tommy French. That's his first personal foul. Only the second team foul on Fort Gibson. Lee underneath. I think they're going to get him for, He was leaning quite a bit. He was into the defender. That had to have been either an offensive foul or traveling.
Yep, you're right. Braden's trying to do everything he can. Braden plays a lot of JV. He's under pressure. He's in a varsity game, and he's in a high-profile varsity game.
Yeah.
Doing a good job, but he's turned it over twice, both times traveling.
Yeah. Gavin brings it down. Drives the lane, throws it up, no good. Caliban with the rebound. Feeds it to Rowan. Going on the outside looking for help. This is Blunt. Blunt's been the strong man so far in this game in the first half. Caliban. Well, it was a good pass. Fritz just couldn't hold on to it.
Caliban did everything right. He got striker airborne,
Yeah.
one step, dribble, and good bounce pass. Just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Caleb Nebelink was thinking there, because Jay Coons was running right straight at him. And Caleb just threw it off to the right for some reason. Maybe he thought Jay was going to cut out. But
Yeah, I don't know.
nice rebound by Jay Coons. Gabbett drives. See what they call here. Going to get Jackson Blunt for the foul. That's Blunt's second foul. Well, both teams are having their issues about getting the ball in to go in the basket here.
Yeah, certainly have. We've been stuck at 22-14 for quite a while now. It looks like they're just going to do ball control and maybe try to expand upon that lead and take it to halftime.
.25 seconds left here. Rolling with the ball on the outside. Caleb Nebelink on the defense. Feed to Blunt. Well, they were patient. Gavin stops. Turnover by the Indians. That might have counted if it had gone in. I'm not sure. End of the first half. Indians trail it by 10, 24-14. We'll be right back.
I am a high school student athlete,
which means I'm still learning some of life's most important lessons.
I am learning how to persevere through difficult and challenging times.
And about determination and playing for my teammates.
I'm learning to respect my opponent.
Through participating in activities at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach.
With time, I won't remember the wins and losses.
But I will remember what I learned about how you acted towards my teammates,
opponents, officials, and other fans.
What lessons do you want me to learn?
Sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Do the right thing.
This message was brought to you by the Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association.
Welcome back to Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Johnny Casillas along with Jimmy Keeter. We are in Fort Gibson. It's the Tigers and the Catoosa Indians. Indians down 10 points at halftime. Jimmy, not quite what we were expecting. We thought it would be a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Actually it is. I mean, it's a well-played ball game so far.
Well, they've done just a few things. You know, I talk about these teams are extremely similar. They've got about the same level of talent, same size, come in with very similar records, both ranked like number 12 and 13 in the state in 4A basketball. So out of 64 4A teams, these are at the top of the bunch, both of them. But that being said, they have done a little bit better job shooting the ball than us tonight, and they've done a little bit better job with the aggressive style of defense as it relates to pressuring the ball and getting the ball in and around the rim.
Yeah. Indians, in my opinion, I think they're just on the verge of breaking out of this. It's been a little slump here for the second quarter. They need something to happen just to bust them out of it.
Well, just like what you was talking about, Coach Coons getting a little fired up. He's not going to stand for sloppy play. Sloppy play is what leads to getting down 10 points at halftime. You can't do it against a good team. This is a great team. We're a good team. But when we say good teams playing good teams, the winner is going to be the one that does the key things better. Taking care of the basketball in the paint is one of them, and I think that's why Coach Coons got a little fired up. He got tired of seeing a little bit of the sloppy play with the ball, not only from possessing and the grasp on the ball, but the passing as well.
We're going to leave it here on the floor for you, and then we'll get you ready for the second half action between the Catoosa Indians and the Fort Gibson Tigers. You're watching this on the Catoosa Sports Network.
Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology's flight program is designed to get you flying in your first week. You can spend less time in lectures and more time practicing what you've learned, so you could be certified in only 12 months. Also, our degree graduates are able to go for their ATP certification with reduced flight hours. Train for a career as a cargo, corporate, or airline pilot. For more information on starting an exciting new career, go to spartan.edu.
At RCB Bank, you are not just a number. You are our neighbor, friend, coworker, PTA partner, business owner down the street, and so much more. We value our relationship with you. We are here to serve you at any of our locations or online at rcbbank.com. With over 50 locations across Oklahoma and Kansas, we're everywhere you need us to be. RCB Bank is your hometown community bank, interested in your financial well-being. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Welcome back here to Fort Gibson for Catoosa High School basketball. Indians find themselves down 10 here as we get ready to get this second half started. Indians trail at 24-14 here as we get ready to inbound. Striker Daniel gets it into Phillips. Over to Jackson Hall, now back to Gavin. Tried to think about getting it to Coons, cutting backside. Indians get 2 there. Calvin guarded there by Striker Daniel once again. Calvin pull-up jumper over Striker, but they're going to call the foul on him, so that'll put Calvin on the line. Fouls on Striker Daniel. That's his first personal. Obviously the first team foul here of this third period. Calvin gets the first. They're up 25-16. Second one rattles out. Jackson Hall on the rebound. Pushes it up the floor to Gavin. Gets it to Daniel. He tries to get the handoff right back. Now the ball's loose. Back to Niblink. Shots off the mark. No good. Rebound Blunt. Up to Calvin. Calvin can't get the shot over Coons to fall. Scramble for the ball is going to be out of bounds off the Indians. (25-16) here with 6:48 remaining in the third. Inbound to Calvin. Blocking foul going to be called there on Calvin. That's his first personal foul. That's the Tiger first team foul. Ball's knocked away from Hall. The Indians turn it over. Here comes Blunt. Dennis back to Calvin. Calvin to Blunt in the corner. He's going to drive the baseline. Loses the handle of it on it. Turns it over. Foul's going to be called on the floor. Gavin did all he could to get to the rim, tried to dish it off, hand it off, but the ball was punched out of bounds, but the foul was called. Fouls Jay Coons for 3, shots short. Foul's going to be called on the floor once again. The foul's going to be on 23. Nathan Franklin, that's Franklin's second. That's the third team foul for the Tigers here. Phillips gets a backdoor cut. Jackson wasn't expecting it. Jackson's going to be called with the foul. It's going to be his third personal. That's the second Indian team foul here. 25-16 with 5:44 remaining in the third period. Calavan gets the ball inbounded to Blunt. Indians have Gavin Phillips, Striker Daniel, Jackson Hall, Jay Coons, and Caleb Niblink on the floor right now. Blunt, three-point shot, no good. Right there for the rebound is Rowan. Gives them a second chance. Calavan in the corner working on Hall. Steps on the end line, out of bounds. Once again, they turn it over. Second time this third period that Calavan or Blunt's doing all they can to drive the baseline, get to the rim, and stepping over the end line, turn it over. That's benefiting the Indians here with 5 minutes to play in the third. We trail by 9. Gavin Phillips with the driving layup. Rowan gets it to Blunt. He gets a little bit of space. Pull-up jumper is no good. Tigers get the rebound back to Blunt. Shots up, Jaden Graves. Shot's good. Koontz off the mark, rebound to the Tigers. Here comes Blunt, up the court quickly to Calavan. Calavan, long three is well short. Foul's going to be called on number 15, Jaden Graves. Back on the floor for the Indians, Braden Lee. He's going to give Jackson Hall a little bit of a break. Gavin tries to get a bounce pass into Striker, and the ball's just going to be thrown a little bit low, so Indians turn it over. Back to the top to Blunt. He's guarded by Phillips. 20 is Tommy French. Rowan to Calavan. Calavan puts the shot up, no good. Striker Daniel there on the defense, gets the rebound. Indians bring it down here, set it up offensively. Coon swings it left side to Gavin Phillips. Back across to Coons, looks baseline to Niblink, shots up. Caleb gets it to fall. 12 points on the night here for Niblink. He leads all Indian scorers. Blunt gets it back to the middle. They turn it over. Here comes Striker Daniel. He's going to be fouled there. Intentional foul. Jaden Graves doing everything he can to keep Striker from the breakaway layup. It's going to be Graves' second personal. That's the fifth Tiger team foul. That's something that will be coming into play here as we move on into these final 2.5 minutes. They have 5 team fouls. The Indians have 2, so hopefully we'll get the line, shoot some 1-and-1. Ball's out of bounds off the Tigers. Striker Daniel on the inbound. Gets it in to Gavin. Phillips working against Seth Rowan, gets it to Niblink. Back to Phillips. Into Daniel, he's double teamed there, gets the ball knocked away. Indians turn it over, up floor quick. Rowan, no good, no foul. Here comes the Indians. Gavin puts it up, can't get the roll. Calvan brings it the other way for the Tigers. He's got right there with Blunt trailing, but gets the ball to Blunt, gets it up, he gets the roll, 2 points. Minute 45 remaining here in the third. The Indians trail it by 9, 29-20. Cross court to Jay. Goes down hard. Dangerous pass there all the way across the court. Foul's going to be called on number 15. That's Jaden Graves. He's going to be charged with the foul, trying to pursue that high pass. Took Jay to the floor, but it seems to be okay. It's going to be the third foul on Jaden Graves. That is the 6th team foul for the Tigers. Minute 20 to play here in the third. Pull-up shot, three-pointer, no good by Phillips. Indians get the rebound, back to Nibelink. Nibelink right wing to Phillips. No-look pass to Braden Lee. Looks it back, right back, swings it left side to Coons. Jay thought about it, gets it into striker, little short jumper. Unable to get the roll once again. Holy cow, Indians get the ball on the rim, and it's going everywhere but in right now. 50 seconds to play here in the third. Indians down 9. Blunt guarded by Gavin Phillips. .25 seconds here in the third. Backdoor pass. Rowan can't get it to fall. So, check that. That's Graves. He couldn't get it right there to follow it up. Tommy French, it's good. 10 seconds here in the third. Gets it into the lead. Back out to Coons. Shots up. It's good for 3. Jay Coons. Big 3 right when we need it. Calvan at the buzzer. No good. We'll move on to the fourth. Indians down. Thanks for watching us here. We'll be right back watching us on the Catoosa Sports Network.
I guess you can say influence comes in all shapes and sizes. It can push you around and make you feel stupid. It can pressure you to do things you're not really into, and to try to fit in no matter what. It's when you start to recognize the influences around you that you can stand up and just be yourself. My name's Gina, and this is what Above the Influence means to me.
We start the final quarter here, Jimmy, 31-23. Not a lot of action, but, I mean, there's a lot of action, but not a lot of scoring.
No, there's not a lot of scoring. I mean, the Indians put up 7 each of the first and the second. Tacked on 9 there. Caleb Nibelink's kind of hauling the load here tonight for the Indians. Phillips, you know, normally puts up a lot of points. Kind of trying to take away his game. That's what a good coach team does, you know. Same thing we're trying to do to Calavan, take away the best scoring threat. But it's leaving a few others able to get in on it. But the Indians are going to have to do something here quickly, Johnny. Down 8 with 8 minutes to play. Hasn't been trending the way that I would like.
Yeah. Jay Coons also struggling in the scoring department. What you got, 4 or 5?
He's got 5, yeah.
Block for 2, no good.
Both teams, Johnny, still playing with a lot of intensity. Both teams are running the floor. I mean, you know, they're getting the rebound, getting an outlet pass. One thing I talked about there while you were down on the floor is this foul situation. Indians, and here it is, you know. I talked about the mismatch in team fouls and that maybe the Indians could capitalize from the line, and here we get our chance.
Jay Coons get the first one to drop. Foul was on Tommy French. Coons takes advantage of the 2 freebies. Jackson Hall, kind of almost a silly. That's the 4th foul on Jackson. Jackson Blunt for 2 more.
Yep, just lost. Roy was out on the floor, made a great backdoor cut, and right there for the layup.
Jay Coons with the ball, takes the shot way off the mark. This is Caliban, makes a move. Jay Coons just steps in and picks his pocket. Jackson Hall to Gavin Phillips. Gavin been kind of quiet this game. Braden Lee wanted to foul and didn't get it. Blunt comes away with the rebound, courtesy of a tip out rather.
Yep.
33-25, Indians trail it. Caliban shot no good. Indians will inbound.
I tell you what, Striker Daniels has done a great job on Caliban here tonight. He's been in his hip pocket full time, kind of taking Caliban out of the scoring. He's got a few, but certainly hasn't hit his average. But by the same token, they've done a great job against Gavin Phillips. You know, Gavin has been he's not been able to really catch the ball and have a decent look. Therefore, he hasn't taken many shots, leaving all the work to go on Coons and Nibblink. And Coons is just shooting cold from the floor here tonight.
Yeah, Tigers have shut down that lane for Gavin that he's used to having. But Blunt. Gavin Phillips on Blunt. This is Caliban. Over to Rowan. Blunt on the outside. Loose ball. Indians could not grab a hold of it. Shot by Graves is no good. Lee comes away with a rebound. Gavin Phillips drives. Nice block by Tommy French. That's the thing that Gavin is doing tonight that he doesn't usually do, and that's televise or telegraph what he's getting ready to do, and that I could have blocked that one. I mean, it was just.
Yeah, he tried to.
I couldn't, but I would if I was a basketball player.
He tried to get a little space there, but just too much arm span there.
Yeah. 5:12 left in the ball game. Indians down 33-25. We'll be right back.
Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology's flight program is designed to get you flying in your first week. You can spend less time in lectures and more time practicing what you've learned, so you could be certified in only 12 months. Also, our degree graduates are able to go for their ATP certification with reduced flight hours. Train for a career as a cargo, corporate, or airline pilot. For more information on starting an exciting new career, go to spartan.edu.
I guess you can say influence comes in all shapes and sizes. It can push you around and make you feel stupid. It can pressure you to do things you're not really into, and to try to fit in no matter what. It's when you start to recognize the influences around you that you can stand up and just be yourself. My name's Gina, and this is what Above the Influence means to me.
Welcome back to Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. The Fort Gibson Tigers and the Catoosa Indians doing battle here. 33-25. We thought it'd be a lot closer than that. I mean, that's still a pretty tight ball game, but nothing like it was in the first meeting that they had.
No, the first meeting, we kind of flipped the script here. We had a 4 or 5, never a comfortable lead, but we kind of dominated the game and kind of always had the lead. And they came back, the last couple minutes and took it to us. And same thing that we're going to have to do here tonight.
Chaplain called on Jaden Graves.
Yeah,
Made a couple moves on Lee, but Lee didn't bite.
No, and Lee getting over there, sliding over, give backside support is what shut that down and ultimately caused that turnover.
Jay Coons down to Caleb Nebelink to Striker Daniel inside. Lee got it. Good move by Braden Lee, and I mean, he just shoved it up in there.
Yeah, first time we've seen Braden score, I think, going back to the Broken Bow game of the Port City Classic. So good strong move there to the rim, and 2 points at a critical time.
Striker Daniel commits the foul. That's his second personal foul. 33-27, Indians lead it. Like a walk there, but he got by with it.
Once again, Braden Lee kind of shut that down last minute. It's nice having that size on the floor right now.
Yeah. Caliban takes it all away. Lee kind of put his hand in there, but it wasn't strong enough. Gavin Phillips answers with a three-point shot. Bring the Indians within 5 here. Blunt. Gavin Phillips on Blunt. Nemelink with a nice steal.
Yeah, Indians right back in this game, Johnny. Every possession, though, it'd be nice to get points on right here.
Yeah. I got Jay Coons for pushing off. Blunt. Gavin Phillips on the defense. Less than 3 minutes left here in the ball game. Caliban with the ball. Striker Daniel doing a good job on him. Nebelink on the outside. There with Rowan. Fort Gibson is going to take a timeout. We're going to step away. 35-30. Indians trail it. 2:37 left. We'll be back.
At RCB Bank, you are not just a number. You are our neighbor, friend, coworker, PTA partner, business owner down the street, and so much more. We value our relationship with you. We are here to serve you at any of our locations or online at rcbbank.com. With over 50 locations across Oklahoma and Kansas, we're everywhere you need us to be. RCB Bank is your hometown community bank, interested in your financial well-being. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Indians trail it by 5 here. Fort Gibson Tigers seem to be getting themselves into a little desperate situation. The Indians are getting the spark back to them, it seems like.
Well, we've turned up a little bit of the pressure. You know, we're pressing the ball full court now.
Seen it right there.
Yep. Doing everything we can to get a trap, get a turnover. That's the second time right there that Nebelink's been able to do something, but definitely have turned up the heat here.
Indians trying to make something happen.
Didn't get a shot last time, Johnny, when I said we really need points. So hopefully we do a better job with the ball this time.
Jay drives. Knocked out of bounds. Caliban, I think, knocked it out.
Yeah, it was Caliban, and we got lucky to have the possession retained here.
Jay Coons with the shot, no good. Fort Gibson comes away with the rebound. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here. Indians need a steal and some points. Blunt getting triple teamed. That leaves a lot of guys open when you do that. Caliban, no good. Striker Daniel with the rebound. Gavin Phillips brings it down. Minute 50 seconds left. Down by 5. They need that to go and didn't.
Can't get them to drop right now, Johnny. 3 possessions in a row where we really needed something made and came away empty-handed all 3. And we're getting stops down there.
Yeah.
That's that's what hurts.
Yeah. Well, it's not reaping any rewards by doing that. We're making the stop, but we're not getting anything off of it.
The last time when you play this Fort Gibson bunch, you come down here and are unable to score, but then you go down there and don't get the stop. We've done a great job of that. Twice, Nibelink has taken the ball, which robbed them of a possession. But unable to turn it over, just kind of have gone very cold shooting here for the Indians.
Yeah.
Still have time though. It's just going to have to continue to get stops, and we're going to have to make a shot.
Yeah. A reminder: the Indians will be back home on Tuesday night. It'll be senior night. They'll take on another tough team, the Hilldale Hornets, and they'll be coming in. They're a tough bunch to deal with.
Yeah, they're good. That game we had on the road at Hilldale a few weeks ago was just kind of like the first time we played these Tigers at the Activity Center. A good, closely contested game that got away right at the end.
Yep. Caliban brings it out again on the double team with by the Catoosa Indians. Back out to Blunt. Man underneath, wide open. Didn't need that.
Nope, doing everything we can to try and get a turnover without committing fouls.
But again, if you're triple teaming a man, somebody's open.
Yep, they are. It's whether they can find them or not.
Yeah. Jay Coons commits the reach-around foul, excuse me.
If you're triple teamed, you may not always be able to find that open guy.
Yeah.
But they made it work that time, and backdoor cut us, and right there for an easy layup.
Caliban with the ball. He's going to be double teamed.
I don't know about that one, John.
Yeah,
that was
like Caliban.
That should have been offensive.
Yeah,
but they're going to call it on striker. But I do not agree with that call.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an obvious lean in to get striker off of him.
Yep. With a little bit of force.
Yeah. Caliban's shot goes in. He'll get another one. 52 seconds left here in the ball game. Indians down by 9. Nebelink brings it down. Needs some quick points. Gavin Phillips. Almost a turnover there. Striker Daniel will inbound. Jay Coons shot off the mark. Jackson Hall gets it. Jay wanted to try it again. Nebelink will try it. No good. Caliban with the rebound. And he is fouled. Well, the Indians gave it a good shot. I mean, you're 9 points down, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. It's pretty well a foregone conclusion about what's going to happen.
This game came down to 2 things, Johnny. Indians got a little bit carefree with the ball final 3 minutes of the second quarter. Let too many balls be taken away, too many balls be held, too many errant passes. And even a bigger issue than that is our field goal shooting has just gone stone cold.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. It's not that we're not matching up well. You don't shoot the ball great every night, and our field goal percentage here in the second half has been the difference in the game.
Yeah. Not a lot of high scoring by any one player. What we got, Nebelink probably.
Yeah, he had 12. He does lead all scorers.
Yeah, that's not good when your top scorer scores only 12 points in the ball game.
No.
Well, We'll get the liquor wounds and try again on Tuesday night at the Activity Center as the Indians will host the Hillsdale Hornets. For Jimmy Keeter and all the broadcast crew, Johnny Casillas. So long, everybody.